Good morning, Internet, and this is how to shoot film on the Canon A1 Sure Shot. We like to call this camera the Aquaboy 3000, and the reason being is because it's a completely waterproof 35mm film camera. And this is a really simple camera to get into and takes amazing photos. It has a really beautiful 32mm lens on the front of it with really good glass. This thing, for the price that it is, takes some of the most spectacular images ever, and it's super simple to use. All you have right here is your on button. Right here is off, right there is auto. You just press the button and it's going to do everything for you. The other settings that you have here are your fish settings. This one's kind of weird because you have to press it and hold it. If you just press it and release it, it doesn't stay. And so what that does is it changes your focusing system to focus closer to the camera instead of further away. And so I guess it's for taking up close shots of fish if you happen to be scuba diving with this thing. Then we have off, we have forced flash, and we have no flash. And so you have very simple basic controls with how to use this camera. The only other button on it is this gray one, which is your self timer, and that gives you a 10-second timer for if you have it on a tripod and want to set a timer. This big red button is your shutter button. And so once you've loaded this thing up with film, all you have to do is point it and shoot it. And one of the main reasons that I love about this camera is that the viewfinder on it is absolutely massive. Like they designed this camera to be able to be used with goggles on your face. And so even if you have like either ski goggles or snorkel goggles or whatever the hell you're using your goggles for, you can still see through this, and it has really bright frame lines on the inside of it that tell you what you're doing. Another kind of neat thing about this camera is that it has the ability to put the date straight onto the film, and this takes a secondary battery. So I will show you that on the inside while we're opening it up to load in the film. The last thing that I want to show you about this camera is this lever on the bottom. This is your panoramic lever, and honestly, don't use this thing because all it does is it just closes down your frame and makes it like a fake panoramic. It doesn't actually make it like a proper panoramic, so you're just burning actual frame data. So what I would suggest is to just crop it in post if you want to make panoramics. And what we're going to show you is how to load some film into it. So you have this big red lever on the side of it that says open. Lift that up and it's going to release your film door. And now you've got it open, ready to take film. And so with this camera, this is a DX coded camera. And so what you need to make sure is that the film you're shooting has these little black and silver bars on the side of it. This is the DX code reading thing, that these little buttons on the inside of this film holder, this is actually going to read the film speed to the camera, so it automatically knows what speed the film needs to be shot out. This camera is so crazy easy to use because you literally just place your film in there and then stick it over on the side. Like it has this grabber and these grabbers here that automatically rotate the film and get it ready to shoot. Simple as that, is dropping your film in there with the knob side up, and so it's nice and flush against that. And then you close this door, make sure that it gets a nice snap, and make sure that this is down and locked again. And then all you have to do is turn it on, and it's going to spin and show you that we are now on frame 1. And so this is all ready to go, ready to shoot. Turn it off, sleep mode. Turn it back on, bam, press the button and you're ready to go. The battery that this camera takes, the Canon A1 Sure Shot, is located here on the bottom of the camera, this little open icon. And so you're going to take a coin and spin this just a quarter turn, and that's going to release your battery door, and then inside is your battery. This is a pretty simple CR123 battery. They're super cheap, you can find them at pretty much any battery store anywhere, or you can find them on Amazon for really cheap, but it's going to go positive side up, and you're going to drop that in there, plunk, and then close your film door, push down on it, and then give it a rotation, just a little quarter turn, and that locks it in there. Another really nice thing about the Canon A1 Sure Shot is that you don't have to worry about returning your film to the canister once you finish shooting it. So once you finish the last frame and the camera realizes that there's no more film left, it will automatically re-spool the film back into its canister, and you'll hear it clicking, and you'll see your numbers here in your window of your frame counter clicking all the way back to S, and then you know that your film's already been rewound into the canister and it's ready to go. So that's the Canon A1, the Aquaboy 3000, one of my absolute favorite film cameras to shoot with. It is just bomb-proof, takes amazing photos. I honestly cannot recommend this camera enough.